Hey y'all, it's Taylor from Tattoo Teacher Plans. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. Today is going to be a fun memory plan with me because I'm filming Christmas week and I love this kit and it was such a good week and I'm just really looking forward to memory keeping this week. So I'm using a crafty banana kit for the second or third time. I can't remember, but I have this elf themed kit, which we did watch Elf. It's a family favorite. And this is kit 2, which is the non-scene kit. So I have some foiled items that I want to include here. So I'll show you those in just a little bit. But let me show you the spread in my everyday planner. So this is a favorite spread of all time. I love this so much. This is a Caress press kit and it's just so cute. And I just really enjoyed laying down all these stickers. It's so pretty. So I'm going to put this off to the side. The plan with me is up if you want to go check it out. I will link it down below and in a card for you. All right, so let me show you this kit because it's so cute. Okay, so we've got some full boxes here in the scene, which I do want to use the scene. I'm not really sure where I want to put it, or I might just have to use like part of it. I haven't really decided how I'm going to do that, but I do love this. And here's an extra box, which I think I may use. Bottom washi, which I'm almost thinking maybe no bottom washi this week because I have a ton of pictures. So that's something to think about. I might just put full boxes across the bottom instead of washi. I don't know because I have this washi here that's super cute, but I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, and then check boxes, which I won't use. I should have gotten the mini kit. That was a mistake, but that's okay. I've got deco, which I will use across the top, and some half boxes and quarter boxes. Headers. This is a huge kit. Lots of boxes. Washi weekend banner. And then I also have the glitter sampler, which has a ton of stuff on it. I added on some square boxes. Here is the freebie, which is so cute. And then here's what I've got foil-wise, which I have had these for quite a while. I've got some header overlays that are like this sweater pattern, which I thought was so cute. I've got some little flourishes here for like half boxes and stuff. These are so freaking cute. These are like themed for Elf. I think those are so cute. I'm gonna have to figure out which full boxes they can go on. And then I've got these as well. These are some header overlays that I could use in different spots. And then I've got some snowflake numbers, which I think I will replace up top. So that's the plan. I have so many pictures. I can't even tell you. Probably 20 pictures. So this spread's going to be mostly pictures and just a little bit of journaling, but sometimes that's fine. I think it's going to be good to look back on all the pictures. And my nephew was born this week and he is the cutest thing I've ever seen. Here's one of the pictures I'll be using. He's so cute. His name is Stellan Ames and we share a middle name, so he's a little bit named after me, and he's just so cute. I just love him. All right, so I think we're ready to get started, so let's jump right in. So I did leave out the bottom washi this week just because I wanted to have lots of room for all of the pictures that I've already mentioned. So right here, I'm just figuring out where I want to put my overlays. I do not recommend putting the overlays on while the sticker is still on the page because you can't tell where the edge is. It's a problem that I realized pretty quickly, but then continued to try it, as you see here, and I had to grab undo because it was a mistake. So here I am fixing that because it was totally not lined up where it was supposed to be. So I'm going to fix it, which you can't tell that I messed it up because undo is amazing and I highly recommend it. So for the quote-unquote bottom washi, I'm going to use the full boxes and I'm just going to lay them across the bottom, and I really love how this turned out. The undo on that cotton-headed Ninny Muggins box took forever to dry because it was like trapped between the sticker and the overlay, but it did end up drying. It just took forever. So I decided to split the scene and put it in the middle, which I love how that looks. I think it just really looks super cute. And it totally worked with this particular scene because it was kind of split in the middle anyway with the transition from the North Pole to New York. So I just thought that looked really cute. And I really love the overlays. I think they turned out adorable. So I used a part of the bottom washi over here on the sidebar just because I didn't have any full boxes left that I wanted to use. And I wanted to use this bottom washi overlay, which I thought was so cute. It has like a sweater pattern on it and it's adorable. So I just went ahead and did that over at the bottom of the sidebar. It also gave me room to put in an extra picture. So you'll see that in a little bit. I really like how the overlay looks on the snow globe box as well. It's just adorable. Okay, and then for glitter headers, I just alternated them. I thought that since this was kind of a fun week and a fun kit, that I would go that direction, and I think it looks awesome. And I'm going to use some overlays to just make it, you know, a little extra something. So I have these from Sadie Stickers. They say ho, 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 I think 4 times across the overlay, and it just makes the spread pop even more. Just the little touches that I added this week. So I don't usually go like all out like this, especially my memory planner, but it's a special week. It was Christmas week. So I did white out the dates themselves, and I'm going to pop in these silver date dots from Sadie Stickers. They have little snowflakes on them, and it looks just so cute. Now, normally I wouldn't just leave them like this. I would add some deco. So that's what I'm going to do next, just to fill in the white space. And I really like the deco in this kit, and I had to use it. So I'm putting in the larger pieces first and then popping in the smaller pieces. And there is some repeating deco, so I just am splitting them between the 2 pages just so they're not right next to each other. I'm also going to pull from my stash. I have some more of this deco from previous samplers and things like that. So I'm doing that right now and just pulling some from, I put in the stamp from the sampler, and I'm just filling in with some of the candy. I really love the full look of the deco across the top. It looks super cute. So here's where I'm looking through past samplers and just kind of filling in the little empty spaces. I was really looking for the candy pieces because they're super small. And then I just grabbed that pumpkin paper co sticker for later because we did watch Elf, of course. As I mentioned, it is a family favorite. We have to watch it every year, and it's funny every single time. That's what I love about it. Like, it's just so lighthearted, and it's just so sweet and quotable, and just makes me laugh a lot. Luckily, we all enjoy it, so it's not like a chore to watch it. Okay, going to the sidebar, I'm going to set this up really quickly. So I pulled the mini scene from the sampler to just fill a little bit of space because I didn't have a ton to journal about this week. And like I said, I wanted to make room for those pictures. I did pull this little snowflake flourish thing from a Sadie Stickers sheet. So starting on Monday, I was still at home at this time, and this was the first day of winter. So I did want to mark that. And I have this quote about winter that I'm going to include. And it says, "In the long-legged shadows of the winter sun, you may find some joy where it seems there's none." I just loved that. And then I pulled this old character sticker to go with it. I'm trying to use up that sheet. And she just like is cuddled in a blanket. And then I just used a label to mark the first day of winter. I also have some pictures of just being cozy at home with my tree. My theme this year was just green and natural, like burlap and wood. And it turned out so pretty. I really liked it, and I would definitely do it again with a few little tweaks. So on Tuesday, I got up really early, and my sister was induced to have my nephew. So she actually had the baby like while I was on the way to Dallas. and I got a text from my mom telling me that he was born, and here's a little picture of him. Of course, we couldn't go to the hospital, but we did get to meet him later in the week, and his name is Stellan Ames. He's so sweet and cute and just little chunky, and oh, he's so cute. But we, like I mentioned before, we share a middle name, so it was like extra special to have that little touch. I also have several cousins that have that middle name, so it was just kind of like carrying on that tradition, which I love. So once I got into town, we actually met at my sister's house. Her father-in-law was there, so we took my nephew with us because he was going to stay with us at the Airbnb, and we met at this little house. Cutest neighborhood ever. It was just adorable, and we took him to the park, my middle sister and I, and just played with him and let him get out some energy. And then we FaceTimed that night with my sister to see Stellan, just so we could like see him in the hospital. And he was just so sweet. Oh, I'm just obsessed with him. And then on Wednesday, I'm going to start by putting in some pictures here. We met Stellan that night. It was actually in the dark because the power went out on the block of our Airbnb. So that was weird, meeting him by flashlight. And my dad had like this big thing from his Jeep that he brought in that like illuminates areas. But we did get to hold him for just a little bit. But I'm just pulling some stickers. We had kind of a late morning. I don't sleep in anymore. Like, I'm a person who gets up early all the time and goes to bed early now because I have figured out that that's what my body likes. But we had a bit of a late morning. I slept until 8, which was quite a bit of time. And I just felt so refreshed after that. We all were just kind of like, just spending time with each other. And I'm going to pull this pumpkin paper coat sticker from my coil there to mark in that we watched Elf before the power went out. And that little TV has a scene from Elf on it. And I'm also just going to take a little quarter box to mark in that we met Stellan that night. My sister and my brother-in-law were already like so exhausted. But I actually think that I got my pictures out of order a little bit here. It doesn't really matter because like it all just kind of happened in the next few days on this spread. But I don't think those pictures were actually from that night because it seems like it was too light. But I wanted to have everything on there. Okay, so on Thursday, so this was Christmas Eve, and I have a couple pictures. Again, pictures are kind of getting mixed in between different days, but that's cool. I have a quarter box here to mark in pancakes. My dad made pancakes for us. My mom made a bunch of stuff. It was really good. I don't get people cooking for me very often, so it was nice just to wake up and have some coffee and really good breakfast. And I'm pulling a box here to mark that evening we watched Nailed It, the holiday edition, and it was just that show's so silly and fun, and it was kind of a perfect like all family kind of show. And then above that I have a half box to mark in our Christmas Eve dinner. We had a delicious dinner. Ham, mashed potatoes, green bean casserole, rolls, just delicious. And then above that I have some pictures of holding my nephew. I got to be his first babysitter, so I went over to my sister's house and they took a nap while I held him and fed him and just cuddled him, and they just kind of got a little bit of nap time, and that was good for them and for me. And I'm just kind of filling in the rest of the column there. And then on Friday I'm just going to devote pretty much the whole day to baby Stellan because he's just so cute. But I did want to mark at the beginning of the day, of course, we had our gift giving, and it was just really fun. Everybody just kind of knocked it out of the park and gave super thoughtful gifts. And it took a really long time because, I mean, we had the baby and my nephew was wanting to play with his toys. So it took us like 2 hours to get through everything, but it was just like leisurely and fun, and it was kind of perfect. And then here are some pictures that I took of Stellan on Saturday morning, but I wanted to include them here on this day because I had a lot of stuff on Saturday. And he's just, that bottom one with him in that little flannel is just so cute. He's adorable. And then on Saturday, we took those pictures, and I took a little selfie with my nephew in front of our Airbnb. And then we took a timed family portrait. So it's not the best picture in the world. We all look a little tired, but it's, you know, a little snapshot. And then it was really hard to say goodbye to my sister. She was crying and I was crying and my mom was tearing up, and it was just a whole thing. But we had just such a really good trip. So good. And then I drove to Abilene. I actually had a little like detour because I was trying to find, I got in line at Starbucks, 2 Starbuckses, and they didn't have what I wanted, and I was just like annoyed. So I ended up getting there a little bit later than I expected, but it was good. And then that evening we had family dinner, and I'm going to pull this up a little bit. I just didn't like the way that it looked like that. But we had a really good dinner. I got to talk with my cousins who I hadn't seen in, I think, 2 years. So catching up with them and just kind of hanging out and meeting my cousin's girlfriend and just having some family time. And then we went to the Festival of Lights, which my only fear of that was, so this is where I went to high school, and I just didn't want to run into anyone from high school. And I didn't, but then I got on Facebook later, just scrolling, you know, and turns out there were friends from high school that were there, and luckily I didn't run into anyone. I just can't be bothered. I just don't want to. There's people that I keep up with, and then the others I just can't be bothered. But it was pretty. There were some definite like Texas elements and it being such a conservative area, it cracked me and my cousins up, but we had a good time. And then on Saturday morning we just had a nice long breakfast with my grandparents. They told some good stories, and then I drove home this day. Took me about 5.5 hours. And here's one last picture of my Christmas tree, and it was just really good to be home. I love my family. I love spending time with them. I love traveling, but I also love being home, and just being home was good. I'm also a super introvert, so like extroverting like that with so many people, especially on Saturday, was a lot. But I did get unpacked, and I just have this really beautiful Brene Brown quote at the bottom that says, "Wishing you a heart open enough to say curious and strong enough to face pain and brave enough to feel joy." I loved that. And then over here in my journaling section, I moved that picture of my nephews, and I just put so many good things about this week. It was truly the best Christmas. It really was. So good. And my favorite moment of the week was definitely meeting baby Stellan and just having lots of good auntie time with my nephews. It was great. And the rest of my family, of course. So here's this week all finished up. I love how this turned out. It is so cute. And it's just really meaningful because all of these really, really good things are just popping out at me in the pictures. And I just love that. Oh, it was such a good week. I hope that you guys had a good holiday. I know this is coming out way after the holidays, but I hope that you had at least some time with your family and friends, and that it was meaningful and special in some way for you, because mine definitely was. If you guys enjoyed this memory keeping plan with me, you can give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and I'll see you next time. Bye!